Hey everybody, it's Chris with another review for the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. Today I'm going to be reviewing a Russian beer. To my recollection, this is probably the first Russian beer I've ever reviewed. This is Baltika number 9. I looked it up on the web. They say that they've been bottling this beer since 1998 and that it is in fact a strong lager. Now on the bottle it does say extra lager. Yeah, I leave it to you to decide the differentiation between strong and extra lager. But it is grade 9 and it is 8.0 by ABV. So they say that it's a unique recipe that the fermentation is the only means by which the ABV increases. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but anyway, that's their claim, and they say that it's a special beer. I've read some very mixed reviews about it. Some people say it's a great lager. Some people say it's not. Uh, I just like to see what people say beforehand. I'm going to form my own opinion, but I figure, let's see what's out there. I went to Untapped. I went to a few other places and looked for other reviews, and they were so-so. Um, and So we're going to use the Pop the Top bottle opener from Taza. They sent this to me. They asked me to endorse it. I left one with my buddy Tony, and I took the brushed aluminum one. This is from Taza. Let's put that right up. There you go. Hopefully, there we go. So isn't getting it. That's www.taza.co, and they are an up-and-coming company. And this is their Pop the Top bottle opener, and I'm going to demonstrate just how easily and quickly it can be used and how well it preserves the caps. So if you're one of those cats who likes to preserve bottle caps, you've got it. It's good to go. So you press down, you hear that, you come up, and there you go. There goes the bottle cap. And I just want to be able to show you it is in perfect condition. So if you like to save your bottle caps, Taza's Pop the Top is the way to go. It's definitely uh, it's a good product. It's a good bottle opener, and it's a good way to save uh, your caps, especially if you're one of those cats who likes to collect the caps and put it in those wooden state plaques I've seen. Of course, this being Russian and not having anything on the cap, I don't know. You could maybe do a European map of some variety. Sometimes I see people doing California wooden maps, indicating California breweries, and I think, hell, you could do one of just San Diego County, and I could never do just a California map, especially living here in Nevada with California being next door. So, a lot of malt smell on this, very weedy, kind of an alcohol smell actually. I'm going to put this up to the camera. This is my Joseph James Weisenglass. Shout out to local brewers Joseph James. Lots and lots of carbonation in this. And I did read the bottle. This was actually bottled on 5/7 of 15, and they say it's best before 5/7 of 16. Today's the 3rd of May, so this was just days within its best by date. And a lot of wheat. Of course, it smells like a farm ale, is what it actually smells like. For those of you who've ever had Prairie's standard farm ale, um, it smells kind of like that, but not exactly. The more I think about it, the less of a fair comparison that is. But it sure does smell like a farm ale. So anyway, I'm gonna show this to you one more time. You can see that there's still plenty of carbonation coming up. And cheers. Hmm. Well, it's very um, it's alcohol tasting without the heat of alcohol. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but yeah, that's what I would say is that without the heat that normally accompanies drinking alcohol, you get a alcohol flavor. I'm going to say a medium-high mouthfeel. There's a little bit of spikiness to this, but not a whole lot. Um, I don't know that I would get this again. Not that I'd be against trying other beers from this is from okay, Baltika is the the brewer. This is brewed in St. Petersburg. If my friend James were here, he could probably maybe school me a bit on school us all a bit on where exactly this is. But this is brewed and bottled by Baltika Breweries, St. Petersburg, Russia. And I don't know whether you would say Baltika or Baltica. Um, it's difficult to say. Probably throughout the Baltic, there'd be a lot of different pronunciations. Um, so getting back to the beer. The beer, yeah. Hmm. Maybe this is indicative of Russian lager. I don't know. I really don't. Got a gnat flying around me. Um, I can't say I feel passionately one way or the other about this beer. I really can't. I don't know who to recommend this to exactly, because that's the thing too. Is I always like, even though the beer not be may not be to my liking, I like to try and say, you know, people who dig this might dig that. Um, it did smell a little bit like standard farm ale from Prairie, but it didn't taste like it. It's not a saison like that at all. Um, this is actually, you know what? Okay, if you like malt liquor, um, like okay, I'm a fan of Colt 45. If I'm gonna have a malt liquor, that's the one I like. This does not remind me of Colt 45, but it does remind me. It doesn't taste like Colt 45. It reminds me of Colt 45 because it does taste very much like a malt liquor. So Schlitz Bowl. Um, if you're you know grew up in the 70s like I did with malt liquor being advertised regularly, and you remember those flavors, this is definitely the beer for you. This might actually even be Russia's answer to Steel Reserve. Um, Lots of carbonation. The head is not particularly persistent, and there's not much of a bouquet besides the hops. And I swear to God, I can smell the hay. They must have grown. You know, they must have had in the bales next to it. But okay, so not bad. I'm not turned off of Russian beers. I'm just not turned on to them yet. We'll just have to see how it goes. If there's a good price Russian beer. Oh, once again, always important to remember the price. This came in at $1.89 at Top Shelf Wine and Liquor. Another shout out to a local business owner. Top Shelf Wine is over in Summerlin on Fort Apache, and they're good guys. Hope that you'll give them your business if you're in West Vegas. And hope that you'll follow them on Instagram too, because I won a an aged bottle of 120-minute IPA from Dogfish Head from them for their Beer for a Penny contest. People do win. I'm living proof. I will soon be doing a review of that beer with my friend Tony for Tiger Socks. And until then, once again, this is the Baltica number nine or grade 9 extra lager, depending upon how it goes about. Um, and until then, I appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to follow me on Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. And I've also got the blog going at WordPress. Hopefully, actually, if you watch, I'm going to be putting up a Periscope about Pop the Top openers, and I'm going to be offering a discount code, if you want to order one of these. So watch the Periscope videos for that. And until then, I thank you for watching. I have loved the thumbs up and comments, and you don't have to break the bank to drink good beer. Cheers.